A magnificent avenue, bordered by tall plane trees, leads to the enchanting castle of Chenonceau. It may be smaller in comparison to other castles, but what it lacks in size, it makes up in charm. The entrance to the chateau is controlled by two sphinxes, lions with a human head. The chateau stretches across the river Cher, a tributary of the river Loire in the centre of France. With a 60 meters or 169 feet long gallery, built over 5 arches, its elegant beauty is reflected in the languid waters. The French author Gustave Flaubert praises this castle as floating on air and water. The grandeur continues inside with splendidly furnished rooms, airy bedchambers and fine paintings and tapestries. The castle is also known as Le Château des Dames, the Castle of the Ladies, due to the fact that throughout its history the construction and upkeep was for an important part undertaken by women. The forecourt reproduces the layout of the former medieval castle, dating from the 13th century, demarcated by moats. For over 200 years, the Marques family were the lords of Chenonceau. In 1411, a royal order to punish Jean-Marc for an act of sedition included the destruction of his manor. It was rebuilt and fortified by his son in 1432. In front of the keep there still is the original well, decorated with a chimaera and an eagle, the emblem of the Marques family. In Greek mythology, the chimaera was a monstrous creature, composed of the parts of multiple animals. Next to the castle, an old watermill, built on tiers in the river, was also fortified. In 1512, Thomas Bohier, receiver of finances under several kings of France, bought the castle and surroundings after 20 years of bargain with the Marques family. He demolished the castle and the mill, only saving the well and the castle keep, the Tour des Marques. He started an extensive and expensive construction of a third-generation castle in the latest Renaissance style. Probably he consulted Italian architects of the king, who lived nearby Chenonceau, perhaps Domenico da Cortona, who was involved in the building of the royal castle of Chambord, for both castles have corresponding characteristics. Using the piles of the old mill as foundation stone, a vast square building arose, with a turret flanking each corner. So the castle was not built on the foundations of the old castle next to the river, as would have been customary at the time, but in the river. In 6 to 7 years, this masterpiece of French Renaissance, a mixture of late Gothic and early Renaissance, was largely finished. The balconies over the entrance is a typical defensive feature of medieval castles. The coat of arms of the Bohiers is carved in the front doors. Thomas Bohier is on the left and that of his wife on the right. In the centuries to follow, the castle underwent many changes. The Gothic chapel is on the right. The stained glass windows are replacements due to a bomb attack in World War II. The medieval tower was completely restored in the French Renaissance style. Notice the decorated attic windows. Since Thomas Bohier could not personally supervise the construction of his new chateau, due to his duties with the army in Italy, his wife Katherine Briçonnet, the First Lady of Chenonceau, oversaw the chateau's construction. Her female touch is unmistakably present in the construction of several large, bright kitchens which are interconnected to each other. The kitchens are located in huge bases which form the first two piers sitting on the bed of the river Cher. They certainly fill your imagination with the many banquets that would have taken place in the castle. During the First World War, the Renaissance kitchens were fitted with modern equipment that was needed for the chateau to be transformed into a hospital. Catherine's ideas are probably also perceptible in the staircase of the castle leading to the first floor. It is one of the first straight staircases built in France based on an Italian model. The high costs of construction seems to be implied by the motto that the Bohiers had placed on door panels, mantelpieces and floors. S'il vient à point, me souviendra, which means, if the castle is finished, it will preserve my memory, and they are indeed not forgotten.